Hello everyone, it's really good to see you here. So today we are going to solve a Leetcode problem which is symmetric tree. So we have given a tree and we have to check whether this tree is symmetric or not. So let's suppose we have given this tree and here we have to find that if it is symmetric or not. So firstly let's start with the root. So root is common for both the trees, right? So we didn't consider root. So here we first check that if root is null or not. If it is null, then we simply return true. Otherwise what we do, we just call this function check here. So check what gonna take is this root left node and root right node. So let's suppose it takes r1 and r2, two values or two pointers. Then what it's going to do is here for these we have to firstly check that if both of them are actually equal, if both of them are actually empty or null, that means they are equal, so we return true. And if any one of them is null, then we simply return false, because yeah, one is not null right now and other one become null. That means it should be false because they are not symmetric. Otherwise what we do, we just make a function call to the left of the first tree and the right of the second tree, and here we have to check it because we are checking symmetry. So symmetry is like this should be the mirror image. So here you can see that 4 is here, so 4 is here, 3 is away from 4, so that's why here 3 is away from 4. So this is what we have to check. So the key point here is that how we are going to call the function recursively. So firstly we call for the left and the right, and on the other way we call the right and then the left. So let's see it with the code. So here check if function checks that if it is symmetric or not. So here first we are taken two root node r1 and r2, and we firstly check that if r1 and r2 both are null, that means we can return true. Else we check if r1, if any one of them r1 or r2 is null, then we return false, because in that case one has some value, other is empty. Now here in this case, if all of the conditions satisfied or didn't satisfied, then we check that if the value at r1 is not equal to r2, that means it is not symmetric. Otherwise we check. So here the catch is that in the check function we are firstly going from r1 left to r2 right, and then we are going from r1 right to r2 left. So here you can see that this one is r1 right and this one is r2 left. So we are again checking for this. So yeah, after that we, in the is symmetric given function, we just firstly check that if root is null or not. If it is null, then we return true. Otherwise we call our check function. So it is going to do all the work for us. So let's try to submit this up. So yeah, this is the approach to solve the problem symmetric tree. And if you want to access the code, then you can check the GitHub link given in the description. And before going anywhere, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. And thanks for watching.